Shall we get closer to the horses? What are we gonna do if we find a bear?
Everybody's gonna run.
What triggered your interest for guns for hunting?
Are we ready to step up and go further?
No, 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 no. This is good.
How did that feel?
Poucas figuras representam com tanta clareza o DNA, a essência, a sede de liberdade do americano quanto o cowboy. Esses personagens cheios de simbolismo e patriotismo sempre habitaram o meu inconsciente de alguma forma. Talvez por isso, desde pequeno, eu queira visitar o Wyoming, o estado do cowboy. A gente está falando do 10º maior estado dos Estados Unidos e o menos populoso, menos de 600 mil habitantes, numa região do tamanho de São Paulo, que tem 45 milhões de habitantes. Por isso, eu vim até aqui entender as nuances dessa realidade e descobrir se esse universo ainda existe da mesma maneira que eu sonhava. Chegando no rancho Mead, da Kate e do Brad. Kate?
Yeah.
I'm Pedro.
Hi, Pedro.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Great. How's it going?
Very
with you?
nice to meet you.
Pedro, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having us here.
Glad you're here. Do you ride?
Horses? I have. I wouldn't say I'm a cowboy quite yet.
I got our #1 safe, quiet horse. We're gonna
Only if you want.
We're gonna
Only
gather,
if you
and then
want.
if you want later on, as we start to get closer, if you want to get on and.
How about this? I'll follow you.
Okay.
I'm here to see what your life's like. Who is this?
This is Elvis.
Elvis the Wonder Horse.
I like the name. I like your boots. They're very cool.
There you go. Perfect. You guys have about the
Born-
same length.
born to do this.
feet.
Born ready.
So that gate there, next to the corner, takes them around in these chutes, sort of in a circular fashion. So we're going to get on the other side of them, right in here,
Make sure they
and
go
walk
in there.
them this way. Yes.
Should I go first?
Sure.
Yeah. Go to that corner, and he knows what to do.
Oh. Couldn't we just pretend that I was telling him
You're
what
doing
to
an
do?
awesome job, man.
You raise these cattle, you love them, and then they're slaughtered. What is that like for you emotionally? I'm sure you're used to it now, but I'm
No,
curious.
you never get used to it. You know, one of the hard things on a ranch is, you know, you have a lot of livestock and a lot of horses, and so things die. And people think we're immune to getting upset about that. But every spring, you know, we have almost 400 calves every spring. And every spring when I go out and a calf is dead, you know, it just gets my heart. Nobody else in the ranch wants to take our steers to slaughter, so I do it. And, you know, I say a little prayer, to them when I let them out and put them in the corrals at the slaughterhouse. It just doesn't get that easy, and sometimes Brad has said to me, maybe we should do something else. And I said to him, how could we keep all these cows if we did something else? There's not much else to do.
You're ready to keep the
them.
horses like Elvis.
That's right. We wouldn't need any horses. And Brad has mentioned that to me more than once, that I couldn't have nice horses if I didn't have a ranch.
What image goes through people's head when they think of a cowboy? Like, how much of it is super stereotypical and how much of it is accurate?
Well, you know, nowadays it's more centered on rodeo, you know, country western music has made all these MTV kind of videos about cowboys and doing rodeo and that sort of thing. And all the old-timey cowboys and more mature cowboys like Brad that I know never did rodeo, and our kids never did rodeo because we ranched.
Yeah.
And it was business, not fun. I mean, you know, it was fun.
Where are they going now?
Walk in, just into this chute here so we can separate them easily.
Oh, so you separate the boys from the girls.
Yeah.
How do you know which one is which? You have to look down to see the females and the males?
2 ways.
Okay.
This calf has a tag in its left ear,
Okay.
and that means it's a girl.
Oh, okay.
In the right ear, it's a boy.
Boy? Girl. Girl. Come here, girl. Girl, you'll be a woman soon. Go, boys. Go, boys. Boy. You go, you go.
Here, you go. That's a boy.
Boy! Tá pensando que vida na fazenda é mole? Boy! Come on! Thank you. Who needs a gym?
I know, it's a lot of back and forth.
We're talking to... Exactly. Então a gente deu uma sorte, porque de 8 em 8 meses, 9 em 9 meses, eles reúnem todo o gado para fazer isso. Eles dividem, né? Eles separam, porque as fêmeas, elas vivem até uns 10 anos de idade, porque elas reproduzem, e os machos, a expectativa de vida é muito mais baixa, porque, enfim, eles vão para abatedouro e vão virar carne. Então, os machos vivem até os 4 anos e as fêmeas até os 10 anos. Então, a maneira como eles são alimentados, a maneira como eles são cuidados é diferente. Por isso, quando chega nessa etapa da vida, eles têm que ser separados. Cattle farming for dummies, like myself. What's the timeline? How does it work?
These calves were born in February and March of last year, so they're just a little bit over 1 year old right
Okay.
now. And what we'll do is we will keep them, and about once a day we'll bring grain from one of the local beer breweries, and we haul it out here different places. And in 2 years, 2.5 years, it just takes a long time. When they're right and they're finished and they're big, and we'll show you some big ones that are ready to go. We take them to the butcher and...
Please pardon my ignorance, but is the meat at that stage of their lives better?
Yes. And it's something that commercial cattle herds don't have the luxury of. So most ranches, when the calves are this old, they would already be in a feedlot somewhere, and they'd be getting pounded with corn, a lot of corn, which they're not used to eating, so you have to give them a lot of antibiotics. And they get big much more quickly, but they've got a lot of chemicals pumped into them.
Yep.
So this takes longer, and it's more expensive, but it's not got stuff in it. It's this beef is pure.
Do you think stress can be toxic
Yes.
for the animal?
Unquestionably.
Does it change the way the meat tastes?
I believe it does. I don't know that for a fact, but I try to move these as quietly as I can, and I like them to be as gentle as they can. One reason is if they are wild, you can get hurt, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. But another is they're just easier to work with, and I think they're better. They're happier.
Yeah.
I want my cows to be happy.
You want to change socks with me? Okay. You won't find someone that loves beef more than I do. You won't. What a privilege.
What is he looking at?
He's looking at you.
Wyoming has more guns per capita than pretty much any other state. And the United States, I just found out, owns 40% of the firearms around the world. So apparently around the world you have 1 billion firearms. American civilians own 400 million. More guns than people. And I am not one to, I'm here to listen. I'm not like, I ask this with no judgment at all. But do you think that this country is safer because of guns? And why do you think having a gun in Wyoming makes so much sense? Which, to be very transparent, I understand more someone having a gun here than someone having a gun in Miami, for example.
We have a lot of guns. And, so do our neighbors. And we do use them sometimes when we need to for predators. Not often. And we've had bears and we've had wolves and we have mountain lions here. And honestly, they don't very often bother the cattle at all. Yeah, they just kind of amble through. I don't think guns make us safer in the United States, honestly.
I have the most guns here. Like I love to shoot. When you grow up around them and you're hunting and harvesting meat and things like that, it's just a tool.
I've never shot a gun.
Yeah. Does it scare you?
I'm really curious. I'm gonna...
You better ask Sam, because you can do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, Sam, you can do it now.
Oh my gosh. Really?
You got one, Sam?
What?
A gun he can shoot?
Yeah. Sure do.
Eu nunca atirei na vida, então estou um pouco ansioso.
Good one.
Did I get it?
I didn't look.
Esse aqui é o centro de Jackson Hole. Hole significa buraco. E o motivo por trás desse título é o fato dessa cidade estar cercada por montanhas. Então a gente está, de certa maneira, num buraco. Jackson é uma homenagem a Davy Jackson, que há muito tempo atrás era o maior caçador da região. Essa cidade foi fundada em 1894 e de lá para cá virou um paraíso para turistas, porque tanto no inverno quanto no verão esse lugar atrai muita gente. No inverno as pessoas vêm até aqui esquiar, no verão as pessoas acampam, vêm fazer pesca, caça e o lugar é lindo, 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 lindo. São 100 quilômetros desse vale, geralmente o topo da montanha sempre tem neve, independente do mês do ano. Agora, outono, inverno, início da primavera, isso tudo está coberto por neve. É um charme.
There's not many of them left. Real cowboys, they actually make their living herding cattle. Some of them go from job to job. Some of them stay in the same places. But it's a hard life. I mean, it's not all like you see on TV.
The weather can be a big challenge. Some of your basic tasks, you know, if you have a hard winter with a lot of snow, you know, it gets pretty challenging.
What makes a good saddle?
Quality materials, the way they fit a good quality tree, the insides, how they fit a horse, that they fit a horse good, they don't sore him, and then feels comfortable to the guy riding it.
This is called the bolt action rifle. So this is the bolt of the bolt action. The round goes in here. This is the chamber. So we'll close it on the round, lock the bolt down, and then the 4 rules: finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. So you should be aimed at a target before you put your finger on the trigger. Don't flag anyone with the muzzle. You know, keep it pointed in a safe direction. Make sure you know where your target is and what's beyond it. And from there, it's pretty easy. Do you know how to aim the rifle?
No.
Okay, so there's, these are called iron sights. So you'll see there's a notch in the rear sight and the pin on the front sight.
Yes.
So you'll want to just line those two up
Sorry, yeah.
to where you're trying to shoot.
Yes.
You'll pull.
Do you keep one eye closed? No.
No, it's better to shoot with both eyes open. You know, if someone wasn't paying attention, was walking over, you know, you're able to see more. Gun up to your shoulder, nice and tight. Cheek down on the comb here.
So you do put your face.
Yeah, cheek on the comb, hand out front.
And the recoil's not gonna.
No, it's very light on this rifle. So you can see.
It's a small bullet.
Yeah, they're very small bullets. These are the cheapest to shoot, and its recoil is low, sound is low, so it's friendly to train people on, basically. We'll stand over here, make sure no one's in front of us here, open the bolt. The weapon is clear, you can see there's nothing in there. We'll just go ahead and put it in there. Lock it down, and then we're ready to go. So you can see it's not like super loud.
Okay.
All the way forward.
Here.
Yep. And then press down hard. Pull it into your shoulder and then move your head forward more. Oh, use your other eye too.
Oh, here.
So shoot from this eye, yeah.
Yes.
There.
So now I do this.
Yep. Push the safety forward.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time getting comfortable.
Did I get it?
I didn't look. Oh, look at that. There you are.
And this is you?
Yeah,
How do you know?
I saw it. This will be louder. So we'll make sure we keep her at pinpoint how to feel.
This one is more intense,
Yeah.
more hardcore.
Why do you feel that way?
It just feels more powerful. It definitely feels. Doesn't feel like a toy.
Yeah.
Com essa última eu não acertei. Mas as primeiras, do lado da cabeça.
So this is a 9mm. You can see the bullets the diameter is much larger, but there's a lot less powder in the case. So while we're shooting a heavier bullet than the rifle you just shot, it's going much, much slower. So
I see.
you want both thumbs forward, your 4 fingers over your other fingers, And this is a nice tight grip that's gonna work. Yeah. Yeah, they're easier to see because they're a lot bigger.
Yeah, this was good.
It's difficult to shoot a pistol, too.
Yeah, that's really good.
Hit it.
Yeah, most people wouldn't even.
Então a gente decidiu conferir quão fácil ou quão difícil é comprar uma arma aqui em Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
We have handguns,
Yes.
we have rifles,
Yes.
and we have shotguns, all right?
Okay.
And all three are slightly different. We have them in like the 22. We've got then these, what's called an AR platform. And these look like military rifles, but the difference is that they are all semi-automatic, which means that you have to pull the trigger each time you want it to fire.
Put your finger on the trigger and inhale. And as you squeeze the trigger, exhale. Okay?
Okay.
So inhale and exhale. Good.
Can I walk in and buy a gun without a license?
Oh, yeah. It's required that you would have a photo ID.
Yeah.
All right, and that it has your place of residence.
Yeah.
So if I'm selling you a rifle or a shotgun, I can sell that to you if you're from any state.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the hammer back, and now it's in single action. It will be easier to pull the trigger, but I still want you to inhale,
And exhale.
place your finger on the trigger, and exhale. Okay. Yes, yes. See, you surprised yourself. You didn't anticipate anything. Yes.
It was so much easier and lighter
Yes.
the second time around.
Yes.
Então, eu acabei de entrar numa loja aqui no centro de Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Para minha surpresa, eu poderia comprar uma arma se eu quisesse. Essa loja escolhe fazer um background check quando vende armas de fogo, mas, na verdade, em 36 estados americanos, isso não é lei, isso não é obrigatório. Background check significa uma verificação de antecedentes criminais. E não é qualquer crime que me impossibilitaria de comprar uma arma aqui. Se eu tivesse passado mais de 1 ano na cadeia, provavelmente eles não me venderiam uma arma de fogo. Mas se eu tivesse só tido alguma complicação com a lei, tudo bem. Um dos aspectos dessa experiência que me surpreendeu foi o fato dessa loja não ser uma loja especializada somente em armas, né? Aqui você encontra artigos para acampamento, para pesca, roupas para homens e mulheres. Se você quiser entrar nessa loja para comprar óculos escuros e decidir levar uma arma, você pode. Um detalhe importante, você tem que ser cidadão americano. Você não pode vir até aqui e comprar uma arma se você estiver visitando os Estados Unidos. Esse lugar, na verdade, tinha outro nome. Era The Cowboy Bar. Só que em 1958, se eu não me engano, teve um incêndio que destruiu o bar inteiro. Eles investiram $1 milhão, que já é muito dinheiro hoje, mas naquela época era inimaginável. E aí o dono falou, não vai continuar The Cowboy Bar. Virou The $1 Million Cowboy Bar. Sacou? Saúde!
Saúde!
You're never going to New York, are you?
No, but I go to South America often.
Really?
Yeah, we own a fly fishing ranch in Patagonia. Just outside of St. Martin de la
We're trying to fly fish in the Grand Teton. Is it? Yeah?
Oh my God, yeah.
If you want to teach me how to fly fish,
I'll do that.
you're my protagonist.
All right.
Wait till you see me fishing. Senhoras e senhores, o alce. Wyoming é o terceiro maior produtor de carne nos Estados Unidos. São mais de 2 milhões de cabeças de gado só aqui nesse estado, com menos de 600 mil pessoas. Eles perdem para o Texas e para Nebraska. Agora, se você quer carne de caça, estou falando búfalo, fazão, javali ou alce, eu vim para o lugar certo. O que é interessante é que a carne de caça, ela é rica em proteína, baixa em colesterol e geralmente tem muito menos gordura. O que eu geralmente acho que menos gordura tem menos sabor, mas não é o caso aqui. Viva Jackson Hole, Wyoming. But what is it about this place? I guess aside from the obvious in my eyes, which is it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to.
I would say personally, the reason that everybody comes back as far as like as an outdoorsman and appreciating what Jackson Hole really is, not the food, not like the shops and everything, but what this is you know, basically envelopes everything that America should be or just humanity should be, and that's just wild and free. For the tempo 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So here, 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 here.
Can I pull it?
Yeah, you can try. Unless
No, it's gonna break it. Oh boy, here's the hook. How much of it is skill and how much of it is luck?
I'd say the only skill is getting it in the water. Everything else is luck.
I told you I was bad.
No, you're perfect.
People talk about their parents and their families and their lineage, if you will, their heritage. There's a lot of pride. It's like this family, that ranch. Like, how important is, I guess, bloodline to people in Wyoming?
I would say it's probably the most important thing, honestly. You know, specifically places like Jackson Hole, but all of Wyoming, but Jackson Hole specifically, you don't get here. Being my age, you don't get here unless your parents bring you in, essentially, or unless you're one of the very few 26-year-olds that really did a good job, busted their fanny off, and made a ton of money. You don't live here unless...
You guys are protective.
Yeah, exactly.
This gun club is on state of Wyoming land. It's Game and Fish that owns it. And then there's a private not-for-profit club that administers it. And then our business is just a range user. So you're our guest. And
I grew up in Rio by the ocean, and I used to surf. And I always really respected the ocean. I never took it for granted. I still don't. With guns, you guys shoot every day. You're used to this. This doesn't intimidate you at all. Do you have the same sort of relationship when you're talking about firearms in terms of like being respectful of what it can do, no matter how used to it you are?
Yes. And we are lulled into this false sense of security because people who ride mountain bikes, they're constantly getting injured and going to the hospital. And so you kind of expect, oh, I've got a buddy who's a mountain biker, he's gonna get injured and go to the hospital. Well, generally shooting is so safe that it doesn't happen. But then once every many years, there'll be an accident, and then that's the big reminder, oh yeah, this is, we really have to be careful. I think it's one of the reasons I don't like BB guns for children, because a BB gun kind of teaches a child that it's not real. And I like the idea of a real gun, and a child shoots it maybe at a piece of wood, and you show the kid, look at this, the bullet goes in this side, it comes out of that side. Can you imagine what it would do to us? And then the kid's like, wow, this is really serious.
How old were you guys when you shot for the first time? What?
I got my first .22 rifle when I was 5.
5 years old.
I think I was 8. Yeah, probably somewhere around there, 8 years old.
I was 8, but I took my grandson when he was 2.
No, stop.
Let's shoot a Sig Sauer P320. So to load this, I'm gonna put that in the magazine. Gentle trigger press. Oh, a lot louder, isn't it? Yeah. And you got the target, by the way. How did that feel?
Here, I'll load it for you.
Finger off trigger?
More, sorry. Oh.
Isn't that just a focus thing? So finger off trigger, and then bring the gun back to your chest. Nice! You got it. Nice focus. Good job. Have you heard of an AR-15?
Yeah, I have.
This shoots the same cartridge as that. So it's a very fast, small bullet. I'm gonna suggest, Gus, if you can take a step to your right, it's gonna be pretty loud.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You got it. How did that feel? I find that after I spend a full day here listening to that, and that one is really loud.
Então a gente começou. Então a gente está indo de uma maneira. I can't even talk.
It affects everyone differently, and it's all about what your background has been. We have had guests that have come out who have had a bad experience in the past. A family member has committed suicide or something like that, and it brings back the memories to them.
There's been 5 mass shootings. 10 or 11 people have passed because of it. Over 36 people have been injured. How do we address that? Nowadays, we have a lot more mass shootings than we did 10, 20 years ago. It's a problem that's been escalating. We've had guns for a really long time. How do we, together, think of a solution?
This is going to sound strange.
Okay, hit me with it.
I don't believe in centralized planning for things social. It's too big of a problem, it's too complex. I can't see 17 steps in advance. So I would say it's not what we are going to do about mass shootings or too many gay people are getting married. No, it's not about that. It's not about what we think. What are you going to do when you go to a store tomorrow to protect yourself and your family and those you love? You know the police at best are 15 minutes away. If they get an emergency call, they're at least 15 minutes away. So what are you going to do to keep yourself safe, and what am I going to do? And I think for me, it's that idea of taking personal responsibility and saying there are bad people that are going to do bad things. I have very strong feelings that you don't care about as to why things are as they are, why there's mental health issues, why there are more reported mass shootings, mass violent incidents using guns. However, that doesn't really matter. I think it still comes back to you're an individual, I'm an individual. We can't tell that person that they can't have it before they've even done anything.
You guys have one of the highest rates of suicide in the country. We're not here doing a social study. I'm asking you personally, like your point of view. Do you have an opinion about that? Why would you say that happened?
I don't know. I haven't studied that at all. Yeah, I don't know. My guess would be that if one of us chose to kill ourselves, we would probably say what would be the most pain-free, fast, sure way to do it. And so we look for that tool, and wherever you are, if the best pain-free tool is a rope, then we're gonna hang ourselves. If the best pain-free tool is jumping off a cliff, well, we're gonna do that. If the best pain-free tool is a gun, we'll do that. So I don't think that, I don't know, evidently there have been biased studies that have said that the more guns there are, the more gun suicides. Well, yeah, if there aren't guns in a place, then they're not gonna be used as much, clearly. But if a person did want to take their own life, if they don't have that tool, would they pick up another tool? I don't know. Are we ready to step up and go further?
No, 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 no. This is good. Sem querer ser dramático, sendo muito honesto, na verdade, é difícil descrever exatamente o que eu estou sentindo e o que eu senti aí. Eu acho que a gente já vem normalizando armas há algum tempo. A gente olha para Hollywood e você precisa ser mais velho para entrar num cinema onde você vai ver uma mulher sem camisa, com o peito de fora, do que você precisa ser para entrar num lugar e comprar uma arma. As armas não vão desaparecer, né? 400 e tantos milhões de armas num país com menos de 300 milhões de pessoas, essas armas estão aqui. O que a gente faz com elas agora? How are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. Are you Grant?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, what an honor. Pedro.
Pedro, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
How did you learn this wisdom? How did you learn this tactic?
I grew up, you know, as a little kid with mules, and I had to break all the colts. So, and my dad did things kind of the rough way, kind of a hard way. We call it maybe some of the old ways where they were just, you know, a little abusive, kick him in the belly. I mean, he liked his livestock, but it's not necessarily wrong, but maybe there's a better way. And when people see a better way, they go, oh, wish I'd have known that when I was, you know, younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. I never get tired of what I do. And people ask me when you're retired. I've been retired for, you know, since a long time. Love without discipline is abuse, just like discipline without love is abuse.
What makes a good horse?
I'd say good temperament, willingness, a natural ability. You can ask them to do something, but if they can't do it, it's like asking me to go to Harvard. I wouldn't get in the door. But when you get that really wonderful horse with the willingness and the ability, for me, that's everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Horses have personalities.
Of their own.
Of their own, and they're all different, just like we are.
Oh! Can I have one? Yes! Algumas vezes me perguntei por que será que demorou tanto para eu vir até um lugar que há tantos anos habita o meu inconsciente. E eu, honestamente, acho que tem a ver com o medo que eu tinha de que esse lugar fosse totalmente diferente do que eu esperava. E para minha surpresa, ele não é. Ele é muito parecido com o Wyoming que eu lia nos livros.
It was the moment I got on a horse for the first time, and I was wearing my cowboy hat, you know, and I got a feeling deep down in me of that I've never felt before, and it was a feeling of feeling alive.
Há um século e meio atrás, esse lugar aqui era um lugar com uma natureza espetacular, onde pouca gente vivia, onde você tinha muito território, uma comunidade muito pequena, mas, de certa forma, um lugar também com liberdades que vêm atreladas a alguns perigos, né? Era um velho oeste, era uma terra de ninguém, era o faroeste. E hoje eu me vejo num lugar que é lindíssimo, um lugar que me inspira, um lugar com muita terra, com pouca gente e que ainda oferece liberdades que podem ser muito perigosas. Eu me pergunto se o futuro do Wyoming vai ser assim também, como foi o passado e como é hoje.
I've had dreams through my life, so I really believe that we can be directed by dreams. And like you said you had a dream of coming here.
Nice. What are we going to do if we find a bear?
Everybody's going to run, and the slowest person, they'll be remembered. I don't know, I'm kidding. If there is a bear, in that case, you guys said you have bear spray. We'll just get the bear spray ready.
So I didn't have beginner's luck because I'm actually not a beginner.
See, I knew it.
I suck at fishing. It's official. It is. It's like I shouldn't.
Official.
Official.
Honey.
Are you good? You don't have to lock the car?
No, I'm good. We're in Jackson Hole.
Okay.